The guy on from the 734. Hit the ropes radio.
Yeah, hey, how's it going, guys?
What's going on? Is this Austin?
This is Austin Max, yes, sir.
All right, what's going on, Austin? Thanks for joining us here tonight.
Oh, no problem. Happy to be here. Not a whole lot gearing up for that big show we've got in 2 weeks down at Taylor Town Trade Center. September 17th, we've got the All Out War happening for Clash Wrestling.
All right, okay. Now, a little about you, since everybody doesn't live in Michigan or catch up with Clash Wrestling, I guess we can start with, you telling us a little about yourself, and then we'll get into you, and then get into what the show, what people can see at the show on the 17th.
Okay, right on. Yeah, a little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Austin Mannix. I've been a pro wrestler now for a little bit over a year, and as I heard you point out earlier, I am a member of the HTRD, headed up by the mad scientist Tommy Tresnick. And if you haven't seen Clash, you definitely need to check it out. It's got just about everything that a wrestling fan would want as far as just seeing some of the best talented wrestlers that are in the state of Michigan work. And Clash, like you said, it's an up-and-rising company, and we've been getting a lot of notoriety all over. And if you're really a true wrestling fan and you like to see just a variety of everything, we've got everything from women's wrestling to the Power Rangers and just basically anything you could want.
Right. Now, the last time we had you guys on the show was just before the NTCI, the huge 2-day tag team tournament. How did you fare in the NTCI?
Well, that's a good question. I actually didn't fare too well. I got paired up on a last-minute notice with a guy who was still coming off an injury and wasn't even cleared to wrestle, and we didn't fare too well and didn't really have a lot of chemistry, and unfortunately we got knocked out in the first round.
Okay, but now you're with Tommy and the rest of the H3RD, so those early eliminations are not going to happen anymore, right?
No, that's correct. You see, a lot of people don't know that Tommy Tresnick is actually one of my mentors, and he's done a lot for me in this business. And I've been under his tutelage for quite a while now, and that's a pretty fair assessment. In fact, at Come All Out War, it's a big battle royal type thing for to determine the number one contender. And our basic priority of that match is myself and him making sure he comes out on top as the number one contender.
Okay. Now, a little bit more about the H3RD. First of all, when I first saw that, I'm thinking it was Herd, and I thought you guys were just trying to spell it differently. But then it's actually pronounced H3RD. So a little bit more about that group, if you would.
Well, the only thing I can really get into with that group is the H3RD is exactly what it says it is. It's the H3RD. It means nothing more and can be speculated into nothing else. Right now, there's the mad scientist Tommy Tresnick, who's been a part of the H3, the founder of the H3RD, and he basically is what the H3RD embodies. And I can't really get into too much detail of where it's going, but like I've said before in past interviews and so on, we're all about complete and total domination, and that's basically we're a one for all and all for one sort of group, and we have two other guys in the Painkillers who kind of like our henchmen, and they kind of help with the muscle and to basically just get the job done. Okay.
Now, this is what, the second installment of the group? Before it was Tresnick and Jay Miller, right?
That is correct, yes.
So what makes you better, suited as, I guess, the right-hand man of Tommy Tresnick compared to Jay Miller?
Well, see, Jay Miller, his problem was he lost focus of what the overall goal was, and he was all more or less in it for himself. And, he had some moral dilemmas, and just basically he just didn't have what it took to become a full-fledged member that was going to be prosperous in the HCRD.
Okay, I got you. Now let's go to All Out War. This is the big show on the 17th. This All Out War match, what is it a 20-man battle royal or something like that, right?
Yes, correct. It's a 20-man battle royal, over the top, basically last man standing. That's your new number one contender for the Clash heavyweight title, which the current champion is Jay Miller.
Right. And you're in this match along with the other guys of H3RD.
Correct. Yes.
So, I just want to put you on the spot. What happens if it's all four of you left at the very end? Does the three of you lay down for the mad scientist?
I won't go as far as to say laying down, but like I said, the overall goal is so that Tommy Chestnut comes out the new number one contender. And I've said it before, it'll be by any means necessary. I'm not saying we're going to lay down, but that's basically where I'll leave that. That is our goal.
Okay. No finger poke of doom. Okay, I got you. All right. All right. So looking at the rest of the matches, we've got a tag team gauntlet match. That's where we see like the Power Rangers, and a couple people in the chat room are like Power Rangers. You guys have Power Rangers there. So
certainly do.
You guys have the Bumpin' Uglies and Victoria's Secret. I think those were the two guys that beat you at the NTCI, right?
Those were two guys that were involved in the match that we were unfortunately not victorious in. Yeah, it was Victoria's Secret and a tag team of two women, which I'm not exactly proud to say, but I've had better nights. But what can you do?
Okay. All right. Well, this card, for people that don't really know much about Clash and everything, what are we going to expect from this card? I can imagine there's going to be mayhem with that 20-man all-out war match, but the rest of the card, what is there,
Well, you were talking about, going to see that tag team match that they've got, like you mentioned the Bumpin' Uglies, and they're, I mean, if you know anything about independent around in Michigan area, you know who those guys are. They bring it every time, and they're very, very entertaining to watch. And like I said, you got the Power Rangers in that match as well. Also, if you haven't seen the Wrecking Ball, I mean that's a big guy to be force to be reckoned with. And there's just so many guys that are involved in those matches and in the 20-man battle royal that completely entertaining, very athletic, very gifted, and it'll definitely be a good show.
All right, now how does Jimmy Jacobs factor in everything? I'm checking out the Clash Wrestling website. Guys in the chat room, some not familiar with Clash Wrestling, you can go to clashwrestling.com and get all the info that you want on Clash Wrestling. Sorry, getting tongue-tied. And, of course, All Out War, September 17th. Jimmy Jacobs, is he going to be in the All Out War match?
Yes, I think they released that information, I believe, last weekend, that Jimmy Jacobs was a wild card entry and will definitely be involved in the 20-man battle royal.
All right.
All right.
The guy that just answered that question, Demetrius, he actually lives in Michigan, so we're trying to see if he can, clear his schedule to make an appearance at Clash, because he wasn't able to get to the NTCI, a couple weeks ago. So.
Oh, right on. Definitely, that would be awesome.
Yes, I'm definitely going to try to be in the house for the show here next week. Definitely want to check you guys out. I was at the Chikara show, and I know you guys were very instrumental in getting Chikara in Michigan for that show, and that was awesome. And you guys had the booth and everything set up there. So, yeah, man, just looking forward to it. Yeah, I will definitely make an effort to be in the house.
Cool. Yeah, that would be awesome. Like I said, next Friday, I think it might be September 17th, regardless. At Taylortown, it's going to be a really good show. It's packed with a lot of stuff going on, and it's going to be a lot of action.
Yeah, okay. Looking at the women's match, you got Nina Libra versus Nivea. I've seen the name Nivea before.